Hello, air signs, or welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarots. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked. The tarot reader is naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can. Right, that being said, we are doing a monthly overview. It will be a general read. It may or may not resonate with all of you. Okay, so if you are new here, don't worry, I will explain what I'm going to do, but you are not the only one who is new here on the monthly overviews. My runes are new here on the monthly overviews as well. So I'm gradually introducing runes to my reads. So out of here, we'll be getting one card. That will be the overall energy for the month. It has been pre-shuffled. It will just be the card off the top. I don't know what it is, and neither do you as yet. Out of here, we'll be cutting the deck, and normally I would use them as the clarifiers for that overall energy, but this time I'm going to get a rune to clarify the overall energy for that. Then we'll shuffle that and get 5 cards, one for each full week of the month and one for the last few days going into May. And then out of there, we'll get some clarifiers as well. Okay, so let's crack on with it, shall we? Our overall energy is the 8 of Wands. Okay, the 8 of Wands is communication, out of the blue, unexpected. It is also a card of forward movement. If there has been blockages in your life, you can expect them to be falling out and moving on. Okay, so let's see what our rune is. Okay, we'll have that one. I'll put that down, face down, while I throw my runes on the floor. Okay, so we have got yeah, I'm going to struggle pronouncing this one. Naphasis. Let's just check that. I was a mile away. It's Naudis. Okay, so that is my best pronunciation of it. Obviously, ancient, like Nordic, is a dead language. The language that the Northmen used to use, or the Norsemen used to use, is dead now. So the best I could go for is Old Icelandic. And if you are from Iceland, feel free to comment and correct my pronunciation of it. It's a rune of need and necessities. Okay, it indicates scarcity. Oh God, Jesus, I am really struggling with pronouncing English now. Scarcity, absence, restrictions, and having patience. So it's a little bit like the Temperance card from the tarot, but also mixed in with a 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Now, with this 8 of Wands and this rune, we could sort of say perhaps the scarcity of messaging is coming to an end because there's forward movement with the 8 of Wands. The restrictions what have been holding you back are starting to fall, like an ice dam on a river. It breaks during the springtime at some point and allows the river to start flowing again. The restrictions which may have been put in place may be being lifted. Maybe you're getting communication about that. Maybe I'm just throwing it out there. You have been in some sort of legal issue and you haven't been able to do something because of this legal issue, and you're getting confirmation on either way of which way that legal issue is going, which is allowing you to move on with your life. Okay, so we have to take that into account. That is the overall energy of your month. Okay, things, you're going to be getting communication which is allowing things to move, I feel. Okay, which have previously been blocked or has been scarce for some reason. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Wands. Well, that's an energy of grabbing hold of every opportunity what comes your way and running with it to better yourself, and worrying about the consequences later, normally with the Page of Wands. And we have got the Page of Cups as well. So there is a lot of new coming into your month this month, my air signs. So yeah, 2 pages in that split would suggest there's lots of new stuff, new love possibly, yeah, new challenges, new opportunities with the Page of Wands, the new love being the Page of Cups. It could be just the fact that perhaps you are engaging on younger aspect things. Perhaps you are going into what would be seen as a younger field of work, Or, yeah, so let's just say perhaps you're 40, 50 and you're going into computer programming or something like that. And it's all new, but it's all young as well. Okay, so let's see what we have got for the weeks. Okay, so week 1 of April, so from now, basically, we have got the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups can be seen as disappointment, not having quite what you want, not having what you dreamt for, or your dreams are coming true, but it's not quite how you anticipated. It's also a card of boredom. You're waiting. Well, we have discussed that there has been a block, and that you're currently waiting, like my whole example about being in some sort of legal issue and not being able to do something because of that legal issue, or putting your life on hold because of that legal issue. There you are. You're bored. You're waiting for it to come to an end. You're waiting for that finalization. I'm waiting for a finalization on a legal issue as such. I got caught driving my car with no MOT. I'm still waiting for the fine to come through. Not that that's actually slowing my life down. I've been advised by roughly how much it's going to be costing me. So I've just got that money on one side waiting. Okay, so strength. Strength is you're building the strength. You're building the courage to deal with this. You've been building strength up to tackle what needs to be tackled after this blockage is gone. You can see it. Yeah. You take the whole ice wall on a river example. You know that ice wall's going to break. That ice dam's going to break. You know the river's going to start flowing down. You're waiting for that river to start flowing down. You're building up strength because you know it's going to be a bit of a rough ride once that wave of water starts refilling that riverbed. Okay. There is also fear. There's fear that maybe it will never happen. Okay, on the second week. Maybe I'm going to be stuck in this limbo forever. So let's see what the third week is. The third week is the Hierophant. No, right, that's the second time this week I've called it the Hierophant, I think. It's the High Priestess. The High Priestess it's like the Hierophant, I suppose. It's the probably the advisor of the Empress. Not that it ever actually says that in the books, but if the Hierophant is the advisor, the spiritual advisor of the Emperor, it would stand to reason that the High Priestess is the spiritual advisor to the Empress. But it's also the secret keeper. The Hierophant confides in her, uses her to give his confession, so it can then be transferred up to the higher power, whatever you may call it, the universe, God, source. Yeah. So there is an element of intuition and spiritual understanding to the High Priestess as well. So in your bones, you can feel it coming on the third week. You know it's coming. Yeah, you can sense the energies of it coming. But there is some sort of secret being either withheld from you, or just you are withholding from someone else. So let's see what the fourth week is bringing us. The fourth week is bringing us the Four of Pentacles. Well, the Four of Pentacles could be an indication that you are coming into a little bit of money and you're starting to hoard that money. Perhaps you're getting a pay rise. Perhaps you're signing a new contract, which gives you different flexible hours or something like that, which in turn will allow you to get more money. If you've got flexible hours, you could take on another job elsewhere, etc. It is a card of greed as well. Yeah, you're comfortable with what you're earning at the moment, but well, we all want to earn that little bit more, don't we? And that's because we all live to our means. As soon as you start earning a little bit more, a couple of months after that, you will be thinking, I need a pay rise, because your cost of living has gone up, because you're living to your means. You're buying better cuts of meat, going out for drinks more, etc. And again, there is an element of fear attached to the Four of Pentacles, which is like the fear of loss. Okay, this is the fear of it not happening. This is the fear of loss. Perhaps you didn't get the good information. Your life can start going again. You can carry on moving forward, but perhaps the result won't quite go in your way. Okay, oh, I might be getting my fine. No, I'm not an air sign, so I won't be. Okay, so, well, I might be. It could come at any time, but I don't pull tarot reads on if I'm getting a fine or when it's turning up. I've only got that now. The King of Swords. The King of Swords is leading us from April into May. It is a card of taking action. By the end of April, your blockages will be gone. You will be able to move forward, and no matter what the results were. You know the truth. It's all done and dusted. Let's crack on with it. For some of you, I am feeling that the results were not good, and you may have to look for a professional for some of some description, perhaps. I don't know. I feel that someone watching has got an issue with the law courts at the moment. So, yeah, you may have to get solicitor in. You may have to pursue whatever you're doing, your claim, your defense, whatever you may be in court for. You may have to pursue it a little bit harder, and maybe you have to get a better professional in to help you with it. For others, perhaps the hold-up was an okay on a mortgage, and now you've got the okay. Maybe it cost you a little bit more than you expected with the Four of Pentacles there, but you've still got it. And now you're getting the professionals in to start making your house your home. Because that card there can also indicate settlements after a big life change. So for instance, if you have just recently moved home, that's quite a big life change, and it's the settlement, the time of, yes, I'm in the house, but I haven't made it a home yet, and it's the dust settling around that big movement within your life. Okay, so let's see what we have got clarifying for your Four of Cups, the first week of April. Obviously, we are all on different timelines. Some of you might be week 4, week 5 of this month already. Now, do I leave them there on that one, or do I put them up there on that one? Let's stay now on that one. But it does indicate the end of the shuffle as well. Right, so we have got the King of Cups and the Magician in reverse. Okay. The King of Cups is a card of indecision and diplomacy. Okay, as a person, it would be someone who's very diplomatic, someone who's trying to keep both sides pleased all the time. The Magician in reverse is saying, well, this could be someone keeping you sweet for their own reasons. When the Magician's in reverse, it can indicate a trickster for some of you, someone who's like doing the old like 3-card shuffle thing and basically fleecing the public of their money because they can't actually win it. Okay, but for others of you, it's an indication that time is not right yet. A magician or someone who performs in the arts of magic, so to speak, would have to get all their tricks set up first before they can perform their trick. Okay, it's in reverse. It's saying, my trick is not set. I can't perform the magic yet. I can't make something appear from behind your ear because you are still watching the hand what has the coin in it. I have to distract you for a second to quickly switch hands to make it appear from your ear from the other hand where you thought the coin was in my left hand, and so on. So the energy isn't quite there yet. This is why you're in this Four of Cups. This is why you're feeling a little bit bored, a little bit disappointed, because it's still not quite time yet. Your indecision with that King of Cups is, well, do I plow ahead anyway, or do I wait? Okay, you could plow ahead. For instance, perhaps you're waiting on planning permission to extend your garden or put up an extension, and you start building that extension anyway. I'm indecisive. I'm going to start it anyway. They said I've got a good chance of getting it, and then they say no, and you have to rip it all down again. Okay. Crossing it is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the card of the life you want, pretty much having the life you want. In this particular case, this is what you're waiting for. You're waiting for your life to begin again. I do feel that there is a hold-up. If, for example, within the imagery of that card itself, there is someone looking in at the river, okay, and they can see all the gold coins in the bottom of the river, but they can also see a big fish, okay. Well, they could be wanting the food, okay, but they can't get the food because of the distortion of the water. The fish isn't actually where you see it. So unless you know those angles and things, and the chances are by the time you put your hands into the water, the fish would have swum off. So it's going to be a hard thing to get. So it's kind of like the dream of what you want. You can see what you want, but you can't quite grasp it yet. And that is because of the hold-up. Whatever this hold-up is, you know what the hold-up is. You know your life better than I do. I'm just feeling the energies around you all and going with that. But for the bulk of you, it's the dream of your perfect life, what you want to be, okay? And there is some sort of block stopping it from happening at the moment. This block could be an external block. It could be an internal block. Perhaps it's you. Perhaps you think I got to do something else first. For example, I was in a relationship and I didn't want to commit fully to that relationship because I've always been, or I had always been, in some form of dependency, from leaving home, getting married with my first wife, my only wife, but she's divorced now. So, but that's not the point. But literally, I left home. I was living with my parents, and then I moved in with her. Okay, I was also being dependent on her as well, and I done that after the breakup all the time. I went back home after the breakup. I then moved in with my brother for a while. We shared a place, and then I moved in with another girlfriend, and I was with this girl, and I was free and single by all intents and purposes. I was crashing back at my brother's by this point, and I was reluctant to commit fully because inside me I was feeling this energy of I need to learn my independence before I go into another full-term relationship. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm in my independence at the moment. And, well, how in my independence I started a tarot channel. Okay, so we got the Queen of Cups, which goes hand in hand with the King of Cups. Okay, so we are getting strength of 4. Kind of like everything I said there, in a way. How strange. Communication of one's feelings, one's emotions. Perhaps you're waiting for this communication to come in. Perhaps this whole blockage is you've asked someone to marry you and they haven't replied yet. You've asked someone to move in with you and they haven't replied yet. You're waiting for this, like, loving, deep feeling communication coming in. That's the Queen of Wands. The Lovers, there is a choice. There is a choice to be had. The choice is being had, I should say, within the second week of April. And so this will be the post coming out about your legal proceedings, the finalisation on your mortgage being finalised, that sort of thing. And with the Lovers, it's someone else's choice. Quite often it'll be the universe's choice. It used to be called the choice in the tarot deck, old tarot decks. And within that, it ended up sort of being the universe's choice. The Two of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Two of Swords are your choice. Okay, the people's choice. But this is choice taken out of your hands. You could quite easily be that purple garbed man there, holding or trying to hold the hand of the woman cladded in green, but she's looking longingly at that warrior. She's making her choice. Okay, well, I've had enough of my merchant. I want a bit of rough and ready. Thank you very much. He looks quite prosperous. He's just come back from battle. There's sweat and blood all over his face. This is a Viking era deck of cards, so or a Viking-based deck of cards, and that kind of thing might have been appealing back then. And he's probably got some looty somewhere where he has been raiding. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go for that. So this is the strength you're requiring. You're the patience from there, the waiting for the movement from there, the waiting for the go-ahead, the communication to let you know that you what you have your heart set on can go ahead and forward. It could be someone coming in, and I know I'm saying a lot of could be's for you, but there are more than you just watching this, which means I'm dealing with everyone's energy. You're all on different, you're all in different situations, but you're all dealing with that same energy. Okay, and it just manifests in different ways for different people. But generally, narrowing it, boiling it down to its bare bones there, it's going to be some sort of heartfelt communication coming in from the Queen of Cups, or it could be you giving heartfelt communication. This could be the other way around. Yeah, you were disappointed with that marriage proposal or a moving in proposal. You wanted marriage, so you're coming in, you're building the strength to communicate that. I want more than just a house to live in. I want a person to live with forever. Okay, and that's the choice being made. Crossing it is the Ten of Swords in reverse. It is not quite the ending of this blockage. We'll go back to the whole ice dam thing. You can hear the cracking of the ice dam in the distance. You know it's getting to the point where it's going to break, but it hasn't broken quite yet. The Ten of Swords is it's the Nine of Swords even, but the Nine of Swords is an indication of the end. It is the end of your way of thinking because it's in reverse. Normally it's being anxious, being suffering from insomnia. Oh, sleepless nights, okay? Not being able to sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, pacing around, thinking things over. It is an indication of the end. It's the 9. It's not the 10. It's not quite there. I thought it was the 10 of Swords, but it's not. It's the 9 of Swords. It's not quite there. The end is nearly there. You can see the end. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can sense this communication coming in, but it's not quite bringing things to an end for you. That's going to stay there. Okay, so the Queen of Secrets, the High Priestess. Okay, let's see what she's got to say for herself. For the third week, we got the Chariot in reverse. And we have got Judgment in reverse. And so the Chariot in reverse is victory against all the odds. As I said down here, perhaps things didn't pan out quite for you. You got your confirmation, but maybe it didn't go the way you wanted it to. Maybe you've got your mortgage, but it cost you more than you initially thought it was going to. Yeah, maybe you had to end up putting a bigger deposit down or something like that. That's this card here. Normally, it's victory against the odds and forward movement. I'm getting the forward movement of it. It's ready. It's ready to go. Imagine a chariot race. They're all at the line. They're all waiting for that signal that they can start going forward. That's what this Chariot in reverse is. But it's also not the win you were hoping for. Judgment in reverse is, again, it's for you lot who are in your legal proceedings. It didn't go in your favour. Okay. So perhaps for some of you, you've pumped in a lot of money into some legal proceedings and you didn't win, unfortunately, which has left this whole life-changing settlement thing going on over there as well. And it also an indication if you were expecting anyone or anything coming back from the past, to kickstart your future, currently in April, it's not going to happen either. Okay, that would definitely still be blocked. Whatever it is from the past is still blocked from you. Now, these could be blocked for multiple different reasons. It could be blocked because you are not ready. It could be blocked because they're not ready. It could be blocked because the universe is holding one of you back. Okay, remember, it's not always their fault. You may be in a situation that you think it's all their problem and they should be coming back to you, but maybe the ball is in your court, air signs, and you just haven't realised it. Hell, you can be an arsehole and not know about it. Okay, because that is you. That's how you work. That's how you operate. I'm an obnoxious bastard generally. I correct people a hell of a lot of times. In particular, one particular air sign I know, thinking about it. But I correct people. I correct their pronunciation, but I'm terrible at English, so I'm also a hypocrite. And I correct when people are talking about a certain topic and I know that they're not quite online, they're running down the side of the track instead of being on the track, I will correct them and put them back on the track. I think I'm doing good. I think I'm helping. But to a lot of people outside my little bubble of fantasy, I'm just obnoxious. It'd just be, why don't you just keep your mouth shut, Simon? Yeah? Why do you have to shatter my illusion? And things like that. So that's kind of like the energy I'm getting off that, especially from something from the past. You may be the one at fault, air sign, not necessarily them. You might be, the universe could be holding you back from it because you haven't learnt a lesson. Crossing this is the Queen of Swords. Well, that just came off the top of the deck. Okay. And it shouldn't have. So crossing this is, you know the truth. I think this is just like a little added extra. Okay. The universe wanted to tell me to back something up what I've been saying. You know the truth, you're just not acting upon it. You know you might be you who needs to buck up their ideas and work on themselves before things can go forward. Intuitively, you know this. Maybe it's a secret you'll keep it. Okay, so you know the truth, but you're not acting upon it. Right, let's see what the actual bottom card is now. It is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is contracts. Okay, so for those of you who are going through that legal issue, it's that legal contract and things you're going through. It's also soul contracts, and it's also reminiscing on past happy times. Perhaps that is your blockage. Perhaps you're reminiscing on past happy times. You can't live in the past. You can't anticipate the future. Okay, you can only live in the moment and see where the moment takes you. Okay, obviously you get presented with choices every moment, but you've got to choose which ones to go down. So all this blockage is something to do with the past. It is something to do with happiness. It is something to do with contracts. It could be a soul contract. It could be your twin flame or your deep soulmate. Okay, and you want to be back with them, but you can't because you're the one who has to do the work. I am feeling that very strongly on this one, Aries. In week 3, you have to do a little bit of self-work on yourself. You know this. Intuitively, you know this. There is something you hold back from most people in general. Okay, well, let's see what this card is, what dropped out here. It's our 9 of Swords back again, but it is in the upright now. So for those of you in that legal issue, yeah, you have got a little bit of thinking to do now. You're thinking about what's happening, why it's happening, and the like. You're now suffering from insomnia. Got it right that time. And sleepless nights and things. And it is a case of, well, it's yes, the dam has broke, the river's flowing, you're in a turbulent water heading down towards whatever rapids that water's taking you on your makeshift boat you have made. You're going with the flow, or actually you're fighting against the flow, but you're worried. You're worried about where it's going to take you. This is not the calm little river you thought it was going to be. It is an extra strong spring river. Okay, we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse going with this as well. For some of you, it's just bad news. Those people you thought were going to come in with love for you are not. The people you thought you loved have turned into something else. These secrets being revealed might have revealed it. That person you may have proposed to at the beginning of the month has decided they're not going to marry you or not move in with you, go off on their own direction, or possibly you might feel that way and go off on your own direction. Again, great settlement from a great life change. Crossing this is the 4 of Cups in reverse. Well, we got the 4 of Cups the right way up there. But in reverse, it's kind of saying, oh, God, I'll just get on with it. Okay, that is, oh, fine. But I just deal with what I've got. I don't care anymore. I'm sick of waiting. I'm just moving on. Is what I'm getting off that 4 of Cups quite strongly as well. Right, I'm going to put them down for a second because we're going to have that card there because that card came out, or 2 cards there came out on the piss, and these ones were the right way up. So they're going to be our main cards, and we're going to have 2 crossing cards for that. So the 5th week going into May. Again, this is spurring off this 4 of Cups in reverse. What the hell? I've got some money, I've got a wand, and I've got some fruit in a cup. I'm just going to make do with that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about this sword I need. If I need to defend myself, I'll just do it with my fists. Okay, I don't need a sword. And this is the loss and regret card. Now moving from that. Now, normally when the 5 of Cups is in the upright, is you are suffering a loss and regret. And you're crying over those spilt cups of what I can only assume is snow, which I don't know why she's crying about that too much. There's plenty of it around there. She just have to scoop some more up and put it back in the cup. Unless the cup is broken, of course, and then you can't. But it's telling us, well, yeah, bollocks to the loss and regret. I'll cut my losses with the King of Swords there, and I will just move on. The 2 of Cups. I will move on to new things, coming together of new energies. I will quite often call the 2 of Cups the coming together of 2 energies, not necessarily the soulmate card, but it can be soulmates. Okay, maybe you're going to find and meet a new soulmate towards the end of the month going into the next month, and it could possibly be a earth sign, because the earth signs had a lot of movement with it in their monthly reads. So it might pay just to go and look at that, even if you just skip to the end and just watch their week 5, because I think that's where they had the 8 of Cups. Obviously, I scrub all this pretty much as soon as I finish doing the reads, get it ready for the next one. Could you imagine having all these energies running around in your head forever? So I'll get rid of it all once I finish doing the read. And I just remember little snatches of it. I remember they had the 8 of Cups. I'm pretty sure it was in week 5. Movements, house moves, holidays, moving away from things which are broken, these 3 cups, and moving towards things which aren't. Okay, the 9 of cups, I wish comes true. And then we got the Page of Cups in reverse. So come the end of April, basically your loss, your regret, the things you were turning your back on, everything was gone wrong up until this point, and you're just going, fine, okay, it didn't work out, I'm moving on, is quite a lot love orientated for you. You are just maturing up. The Page is in reverse and just moving on. It's like, I'm not interested in love anymore. Love will come when it's ready to. I will concentrate on my life, getting my life together. Right, let's see what was crossing these. The 4 of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands in reverse is you're not playing anymore. Okay, it's quite often called the Player's card. You're not worrying about having someone. You're not going to pubs and clubs and things and trying to find someone to go home with and see if you can make a relationship out of it. If not, the very best I got a bit of action. Fantastic. And all your fears from the 4 of Pentacles and your fears from the Strength card over there, they're dissolving away with the 4 of Cups in reverse, the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. But you are getting greedy. You are getting greedy to the point that there are things that you want in life and you're now going to go and grab them. This is harping right back to that Page of Wands we had in the cup. You're just seizing opportunities which are coming towards you, and the ones that you see will progress your life further on for the better. Okay, but I don't think these opportunities will be in a love-based circumstance. They will be more of practical, material, educational opportunities, which you are going to be grasping a hold of. How can I make myself better? It's all stemming from up here with that realization that you may be the one who is in the wrong. You are the one who maybe has to eat humble pie and apologize. You are the one that has to right themselves before the blockage completely goes, because the blockage is still there. Okay, it's just not there fully. The gates are broken. Whatever was blocking it is coming through, but it's not coming through as strong as it could. So, okay, air signs, that is your read for the month of April. Hopefully it resonates with you throughout the month. If it does, feel free to come back to this video, drop in a comment and let me know. Or you can just feel free to drop in the comment on anyone, just referring back to this video and saying, oh yeah, you said back in your monthly overview that on week 3 this was going to happen, and it did. And it'll be, oh, thank you, I'm glad it resonated with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, well, I'm sorry, maybe I'm just not your reader this month. Okay, you feel free to go and find someone else, I don't mind. If you have commented or liked or shared any of my videos, I thank you greatly. If you have subscribed to my channel or are about to, I again thank you greatly. Don't forget to press the little bell icon, what has the 2 little ditties either side of it. That means you will get my notifications. You should not get any more than 3 notifications a day, because YouTube just don't do that. Okay, doesn't matter how many videos I post out in a day, you should only ever get 3. There are quite a few. No, we won't go down that road. But yes, YouTube only actually notifies 3 videos a day from any creator. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you all soon. Have a wonderful month.